How's it going, guys? Welcome back.
G'day.
Everyone.
Oh shit, we're in.
Here we are for another big episode of the Footy Show.
Yeah,
We've got poor old Chris there, a bit crook tonight, but he's dragged himself out of bed and he's with us.
Live broadcast.
Johnny G, and we've got the man of mystery, Father Jim.
How are you, everyone? Chris looks like he's been transported from a hospital.
How
we going, guys? Going good?
At least, Jimmy, I don't look like a thumb now, man. At least I don't look like a thumb.
That's it.
Am I all right?
How you going, Jimmy T?
I'm good. It's been good.
Why are you so? Why are you
Good
on
week. Happy about the Crows winning on the weekend?
What's that?
You happy about the Crows winning on the weekend?
Definitely. We couldn't lose against North. Far out.
Nah, you couldn't be done. How are you, John? How are you, Johnny? You going good?
Yeah, fantastic, man. Great win for the Crows. Great win for South Australian teams, really. So
South Australia just killing it. Yeah.
We're flying here in Adelaide, I guess.
That's right, flying high. How are you, Chrissy? I know you're struggling, so we'll help you out during the show.
Yeah, haven't had a good day, guys, but I'm here, and that's all that matters. But yeah, just a pretty ordinary day today.
Yep.
Ordinary.
That's all right. We'll get you through. It's all good.
But
g'day to everybody in the chat.
G'day.
How are you, Joy, GT, Kildro? How do we say KP's name down there?
Kiliakandro.
Kiliadro.
Ridiculous. How you going, man? Ridiculous.
G'day. How you doing? Chris C's in the chat as well. How are you, Chris C? Oh, there we go. He's everywhere.
That's a GT.
So what are we doing? Are we going to do the monster game first, or are we going to leave that to last?
Nah, you got to start off with the power.
Got to start out with the power.
Get out of the way.
Well, I'm going to sing the song 12 in a row, 12 in a row.
It's not that sick. Does not sing the song.
There's no gusto.
That's right. Yeah, you can't be that sick.
Anyway, guys, what a game, and I'm so I was sick that night too. I had congestion in my nose, and I've just been the last week or the last 5 days have been health wise hell. So even trying to enjoy the game was hard to enjoy it because I couldn't even breathe. Yeah. But no, it was what a game. It was at the MCG. It was 10-14-74 to 11-12-78. Port Adelaide keep their streak alive. The kick after the siren from Dan Houston. I call it the Houston Rocket, and it was unbelievable. I did not think we were going to win that game. When I can't remember who it was that kicked that last goal for Essendon. The young bloke, what was his name? We had Langford score one, and I can't remember who the last goal was. If anyone can help us in the chat. But, so when that goal went through, there was a minute 30 to go. I was like, yeah, there's no way there's no way we're winning this one. You could tell, momentum had shifted in the last 5 minutes, and Essendon were just coming. So, but to Port Adelaide's credit, even though they didn't play the best game, it's probably their worst game of the season, they found a way. And Houston, when I saw Houston grab that ball and take the mark, I knew to myself, I'm like, thank God it's Houston, because I know he can kick it. So, dude, who would have what a game! For me, one of the games of the year. That last quarter was crazy. So
that guy's got a good kick on him.
Houston does have a good kick, man. So yeah, no, look, they threw the kitchen sink at us. Essendon, you got to remember Essendon. They've been up and down this year, but they've nearly beat Collingwood They gave Collingwood a scare. They nearly beat them by like what was it? Collingwood only won by like 3 or 4 points.
In the last quarter.
Yeah. So like,
Scott's going to play well.
yeah. So like, they're not a bad side. They've just had lapses in form. Like last week they played Freo, and they had a bit of a lapse there. And sometimes if you're off and Freo are on, they're hard to beat over at the West. But no, they were good, man. They were really good. And I mean, we had our first quarter was very good. Like we just could not score. If we had scored, maybe the game would have been over by then. But yeah, kept them in the game, and then Essendon started to play their game, and we were just like, it was a tough game. Coming off the bye, I'm like, oh, this is it. The bye's going to get us. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't. And we're 12 in a row. We lost our ruckman 5 minutes into the first quarter. So we had to get this young guy called, what was his name? That young Italian bloke? DeSanti, whatever his name is. Vincenzo.
Yeah, I've got to give him a massive shout out. He won the clearances. He won every everything that he could have won. He was just outstanding for a fill-in. And they talked to him after the game, and like he was just blown away. Like he was with his dad, and he's just going, can't believe he got out there and just played. He played the game of his life. So yeah, just possession. Like he won the ruck for Port, and it was really good. So
yeah, that's it. No, yeah, he did well. Like and I think Lycett's out now for like 2 weeks. A small little fracture on his knee or something. So we're going up against Gold Coast this week. So Witts is not a bad ruckman. So you're going to want a good ruckman in there. So hopefully, he comes through. Or Sam Mays. I don't know who they're going to use, but he was really good. So we lost Lycett. Kind of like, you know what happens? Like, it just kind of kills your structure. And when you lose a player in that magnitude in the start, it's just it's hard. So, but to the credit, guys, they kept at it, and guys like Houston was unbelievable. I know that last goal, but like he had the most. He was probably best on ground, I reckon. Connor Rosie with 3 goals was amazing. Who else?
They did just play. They played probably their worst game as well. Like second quarter, just handling errors. The bye really has shown that teams are struggling after the bye.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's the first time Hinkley has been outcoached in the last 12 games. So he was outcoached in that middle part of the game. He was definitely outcoached.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know what? Everyone was saying, "Oh, Elia was shit. Elia was that," but mate, he kept what's his name to no goals. Peter Wright. Peter Wright, the tall bloke. He had no influence on the game. Langford was Mackenzie's. Mackenzie and Langford, not a good matchup. Just too small to take on Langford, but. Leah, okay. When he had the ball, there was some, he was very indecisive and he get caught holding the ball a few times. But what he did, like to Peter Wright, who's a massive guy, to stifle his involvement in the game was really good. So Elia was awesome.
He's just trying to find a bit of form. I think he's been struggling the last couple of weeks, and he just can't get a clean ball. So just take time.
But he's stopping like their forwards from scoring. So that's what you want.
That's right.
Yeah, the play. His play on play when he's got the ball in his hand. Yeah, he needs to work on that. But other than that, he played really well. Butters was quiet but good. He was still good. Like it wasn't as influential as other games. But Houston was probably the best on ground. Merritt for the Bombers was really good. He was really good for them. Parrish was good. Yeah, look, could have gone either way. That game, we were lucky to get the win. But look forward to 13 in a row next week.
What'd you think, Johnny? I seen you in the chat. We were doing the watch along, and Dougie was the special guest, and we were freaking out at the end. And yeah, it was
I mean,
pretty impressive.
I can't remember what time it was. I think it was about 5 minutes ago. Port were winning by about 17, I think, points. And look, Essendon did fantastic to get in the lead with the amount of time they had. They just smashed Port in that last few minutes. But when Houston marked that ball, the amount of confidence I saw in that player, just there was still time on the clock to chip it to someone else. He just let the time run out, and he had the confidence, and he knew he would slot this goal. And yeah, I've never seen a more confident player kick a ball after the siren. So look, credit to Port. They came back. It wasn't their best game, yes, but it wasn't their worst game of the year, like Chris says. He's forgetting Collingwood earlier on and the Crows. So,
Yeah.
But look, they got the job done, Port, and they're keeping the streak going. They, but Essendon have shown the league that Port are gettable, and you play a certain way against Port, you can get them. So yeah, but yeah, Port move on to the next game, and so do Essendon, and they're both still in the top 8. And yeah, good game in the end, a great game for the neutral, and it was a very emotional ending. There you go.
It was.
It was.
Yeah, the Bombers. They could have won that one, and it would have really helped their, really would have solidified their standings in the 8. But it's what it is, man. We're just, when the chips were, down, we were the ones that came, But there was a lot of luck involved as well. The hat kick out of defence. Houston happens to be there. I mean, it's just luck. Some of it's luck as well. Like, I reckon a lot of footy's luck. The way the ball bounces. Yeah, all sports are like that, Sometimes it's luck as well. So, we were lucky, man. We were lucky to win. And, yeah.
It actually looked like the Bombers players had touched the ball, but but then they did the close-up and it was well over. But it was very close.
Yeah, it's like the Port players knew straight away it went over. They were celebrating straight away, really. So it was a thumping kick.
I mean, it's a wet ball. It's a wet ball.
Pressure moment, far out.
But I knew as soon as Houston marked that ball, I'm like, he's gonna kick. Like, I was like thanking God it's Houston. Because I was like, I know he's got the journey. But you're always worried, man. But the way he kicked it, yeah, unbelievable, man. A lot of people would have, if you're a Port supporter, would have been on the edge of your seat. Bomber supporters,
how many did he kick for the game?
Hey?
Did he? I think that was his only. Was that his only goal?
His only goal, but he had like 35 touches.
What a goal to get!
Well, if you look at the stats of that game, I was looking at them before. They were winning a lot of the stats, the Bombers, but it was what.
Really well.
Yeah, like the stats. Yeah, the stats say that the Bombers probably should have won, but Port got it in there. We got it in there a bit more on in the 50. We had a few more inside 50s, and we had a lot more meters gained. You know what that means? So like when a ball is like kicked, how far they can get how far they gain meters to the goal. So we smashed them in that facet of the game. So even though they did have more disposal than us, when we got our chance, we went long and hard. You know what I mean? So they got 21 free kicks though. We had 13 free kicks. The clearances were pretty even, 30 to 28. Hit outs, obviously they killed us with the hit outs, 40 to 17. But it was he was still new, the bloke, and he's still learning. But he got subbed out. And contested possession, they beat us as well, 142 to 123. We still win. Do you know what I mean? So we're not just finding ways to win when we don't win the ball. We're finding other ways to win when we're losing. So that's what I take out of it. And I think good teams know how to win when they're playing shit. So, and it's a sign of a great team being assembled. I think that's what I think. So, yeah, see how we go. I mean, look, we've still got a long way to go. There's still 8 games to go in the season. You know, injuries can hamper us. And that's with every team, I guess. So I'm still say we're going to finish in the top 4. I reckon top 2. But, definitely finals. But, yeah, at least top 2, I think.
You guys have finished top 2. Easy.
I think so.
So there's a very good question in the chat who says, would Port really want 13 in a row? Numerology.
Yeah, everybody knows. We want it. We want it.
You and your superstition fix it, Chris?
Yeah,
they'll lose in the showdown.
That's what I reckon. But
you guys are losing the showdown.
Yeah, I know. Peter Wright Hess. Ned McHenry could keep him scoreless. Damn hypocrites. Why are we hypocrites? Legit GT 100%. What? I've missed all this fucking chat, guys, because I'm half dead. But dude, worst game of the season, Crows Pies. What? Okay. Something we can all agree on, the Poms and are absolute sore losers, crybabies. Oh, they're calling that hypocrites. Okay.
There
we go. So the cricket's on.
Good win by Port and sold March on. And Essendon still in top 8, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
I think.
Yep.
It's going to be an interesting game this week.
I think they fall out.
It's going to be interesting.
Crows have to beat them.
I think probably someone else is going to fall out, but we'll talk about them later. But yeah, I think Essendon fans. My mate at work is a diehard Essendon fan, and he just said they need to win at least 4 of the next 8 to be able to stay in the 8. So it's going to be tough. They've got some tough games coming up.
They do. So Essendon, I think, will make the 8. As I said, 4, top 2. And let's see where we go. But Jimmy, what do you reckon?
It was. Essendon played really well, and I think Crows have got a tough game this week, to be honest, against them.
I think it is.
And I think it's a game they have to win for the Crows to. If they win against Bombers, I think they're going to get into the 8 quite comfortably if they win against the Bombers, because the other games are quite hard. They got Collingwood.
Yeah.
They've got Lions. They've got a couple of tough going away games coming up as well. But Bombers they have to win. I think they can do it. I think Crows can beat them.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're here in Melbourne, I think. They're blown away.
But definitely, I think Chris Scott's definitely improved the squad. Definitely.
I was going to ask you guys,
sure.
Do you reckon Houston should be considered for the All-Australian this year?
Yeah, definitely.
There's been a lot of good half-back role players right now, so
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's a hard position to get in the All-Australian.
But he's like a quiet achiever. No one really talks about him, and he does it every week. So we'll see what happens. But guys, look, Port Adelaide, awesome. Let's get to the Crows versus North Melbourne. This was just pretty much a game that we all thought was going to happen. 21-12, 138-11, goals 672. Crows got the job done. Johnny, what did you think of this performance?
Big win.
Yeah, I mean, North Melbourne really took it to the Crows in the first half. It was a close game up until just before half-time, and then Crows kicked a couple late goals in the first half. And then, the second half we sort of blew them away, and it was sort of just your standard win, and we end up winning by, 11 goals in the end, I think. But, look, Crows got some players playing well now. I think Rankin's starting to hit a bit of form.
He hit 5 goals.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Hinge is actually turning out to be a great player. Pedler as well. And obviously Walker kicked a few goals again. So I'm not sure if he's leading the Coleman or not, but he's definitely up there. But, Crows made pretty light work out of it, come out of it pretty injury-free. Ben Keys is playing really well as well in the midfield again. So, yeah, it's all coming together for the Crows. If we can stay fit and if we can be a bit more consistent, we've been unlucky not to win on the road, that Collingwood game and a couple of others. So this week is a big test for the Crows. I think they have to beat Essendon. We have to beat Essendon just to show the league that,
100%.
we're a team, not a team to be messed with, and we can win on the road. And, man, I do believe the Crows are flying, man. And I reckon we're gonna make a charge for the top 4, not just the top 8.
I think they've got the confidence at home. They're just smashing teams at home, but they have to do that away.
100%. At home we just demolish teams. You could almost put it in a bag. Whoever we play, maybe Port is the only game is more of a 50-50 game right now. So, but
we're just going to play better away.
Did Tex kick another 3?
Yeah, kick another 3. I'm not sure if he's winning the Coleman or he's definitely up there, 1 or 2.
Leading. I think he's leading the Coleman.
There you go. 33-year-old forward is winning
He's
the
in his career best form, like he's doing.
Yeah.
He's unreal.
It's like a bull of wine, man. He just gets better of age, man. He's just
That's
unbelievable.
Well, how long does he have left? Is it his last year? 2 years?
Yeah, but the contract talks are on. I think he's going to sign for at least 2 more years, I reckon. I think the Crows need him for at least 2 more years to let Fogarty, Bill Thorpe grow around him, you know what I mean? Because I don't think they're ready to lead the charge like Tex has.
Yeah.
So, it's good to keep him around. Yeah, man, I'm really excited for the Crows, and I'm really hoping for finals. Yeah.
Apparently, Rankin's never kicked more than 5 goals in the game.
No, he's getting a lot more positives lately, though. You notice his possessions are getting up there, so he's getting around the ball more, which is good. I hope Rochelle picks up a little bit more. He's been a bit down in form lately, but he's still a good player. But yeah, man, the Crows are good. I do like that. Is it Mechanic? That guy in the back lines, McElhaney.
No, yeah,
he's a gun.
Yeah.
Macarona.
He's a gun, man. Yeah, man, the Crows are flying, and I reckon, top 8's definite. We'll beat Bombers this week, 100%.
But we don't have to win all that. Sure. We have to get at least, I reckon, I think for anyone to get into the 8, I think 52 would be minimum, I reckon. 52 points.
What's that? Is that 13 wins? What is it?
13.
12 wins.
13.
No, yeah, 13 wins, yeah.
13 wins, yeah.
What are we on now? 9. Are we on 9? 9 wins.
32 is that? I think we're on 32 points.
32.
I've got the ladder here if you want.
What's that?
I've got the ladder.
They think the 20. They think the 28 could get into up to the 8. So if you're 32, you're doing okay.
You're at 32.
So we're gonna win.
We got a better percentage at Port Adelaide, man. That's gonna count for something, even if we have to battle it out for the 8th or 7th position. So the percentage is going to be huge this year. So
it's going to be massive.
I think we're going to win at least 5 out of 8.
Yeah.
I was watching the Crows game, and North Melbourne at half time was keeping up with the Crows. I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, this is not going to be an upset. And then obviously the second half they came out and really put it on the Crows. But yeah, it was good to see North Melbourne competitive as well.
Is Radden God coaching them better than Clarkson was?
Yeah,
it looks like it. Hey.
Yeah.
They just lack a little bit. Like, they're not as bad as a lot of what? Marine Mark, come on, open the gate for me. What's
Marine Mark.
What gate?
I don't think Clarkson's going to come back.
No, he's got mental issues right now.
Yeah,
I heard he might be coming back. So yeah, just wait and see. But yeah. So look, the Crows are going well. I saw Melbourne did lose on the weekend, so that top 4 spot is that number 4, top 4, not the 4th position. That's up for grabs.
What's happened with Melbourne? They're inconsistent all the time now.
Yeah, well, they lost. So what it does is it keeps Adelaide Crows alive. Like if they keep winning, they're definitely a real chance to get that 4th position. So if you guys play, and but it starts this week. You got to beat. You got to win on the road. You got to start winning on the road.
You got to.
So
if we can't beat Bombers this week, then we don't deserve to be in the 8. To be honest.
It's a big game. It's a big game coming up. So
Chris C, is the Crows making the finals?
Is the Crows?
Yeah.
Look, judging by champion data, I'm going to say yes. So, Marine Mark. Oh, it's Mark. It's Marine Mark from work. How you going, man? Okay. He's a legend.
And Goffy, Crows making the finals?
Yes. I'm still I'm pretty solid on top 4 position all year long, So
they're just gonna top 4 all the way.
They've just got to win away from home. Start winning away from home, and you just lock it in.
And Jimmy, come on, we going to MCG or what?
Yeah, go. I want to eat a hot dog.
Well,
I want to get caught on camera. I want to get caught on camera again.
You'll be on camera again, Jimmy. Yeah.
Like George Costanza, you just got all sauce all over your face. And
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The Indian George Costanza.
Well, who are we talking about next? Are we talking about the resurgence of Calton? Are they back? Are they really back?
Bring it on.
No, that.
Carlton, far out.
Yeah, Calton, bring it on.
They're playing 3 out.
I don't think they let Hawthorn score a goal in the first half.
So that was
they didn't. No, it was 0-4 at halftime. So
7 goals, 10-52.
There we go.
For 17 goals, 10 112.
Maybe Voss had a premonition that he was going to get fired, and he won some games.
I went to the pub with my mate who's a Hawthorn supporter, and poor guy had to sit through this rubbish that Hawthorn put up. I'm not going to get too excited about Carlton because they didn't look. They were playing Hawthorn, and Hawthorn without their captain are very bad. So yeah, they still made a lot of fundamental mistakes, which any other team has got any sort of decency about them is going to flog us. So it was a good win and good on Carlton, but still a lot of work to do. Get out in the park and start kicking some goals, kicking straight, But yeah, win's a win. That's good. Go the Blues. But
big game.
But yeah, it wasn't that impressive, to be honest. So and Hawthorn came back in the third quarter as well. Started to come back in the third quarter and kicked about 5 goals. So yeah, the third quarter started to look like the old Carlton. Carlton was back again. They get a bit too cocky, and I think they've got to take a chill pill once they kick the first goal and start high-fiving each other. They've got to just settle down and not think that they won the comp. So yeah. But no, good on them. They got to win.
Are Carlton just bullies right now? They're only beating up on the teams down the bottom.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, look, you can only win who's in front of you, isn't it? So.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I'd be concerned with any of the teams that we have to play that are half decent coming up in the next couple of weeks. So
I think they're too far off to make the 8.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, too far. They're not going to make the 8.
That's pretty, and that's another disappointing year for them too. Last year they finished 9th. Yeah. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, imagine that. They get to the last round and they just have to win and they lose to not make it. So.
Last time they got the 8, didn't they get in by forfeit?
Was that a drug scandal with Essendon, was it? Or
like that, yeah.
That might have been it. Yeah.
No, we're round 18. We play Carlton round 18. Oh no. Yeah, round 18. So up next
18.
week.
Golfer, you're going to be conflicted. Port or Carlton when they play?
Well, I got both scarves, so I might wear both.
You should
It's
go
a
to the game.
win-win.
You should get a scarf with like the colours intertwined with crows as well. Have 3 colours.
That's it. That'll be that. I'll send it over to you, Jimmy, and you can make me one.
Yeah, I'll do it for you, mate.
Just sew one up for me.
Yeah, I've got
jeez.
my needle. All good.
G'day, Chris Beach has made. He just rocked up as we're talking about Carlton, so we got the win.
He'll be happy.
So
Isn't-
Goffey, just double checking. Carlton are not the real deal yet.
Nah, there was too many things that you're still seeing in that game where they should have flogged Hawthorn by even more, but there was still a lot of messy play. So that's been going on all year. So we've got to play a top 8 team and beat them to be to show that anything. So let's see.
Carlton, they've got to finish the year off strong, and so they can have a platform to go on to next season.
That's it.
A bit like Port last year finished the season really strong, and now they've platformed it into this year. You know what I mean? So yeah, it could be something to work on for next season.
Like it's not like if they won, let's say a miracle happened and they won their next 8 in a row to finish the season, then they're probably just in the 8 with about 5 other teams for the percentage to get in. So yeah,
They'll probably be in the finals if they win all their remaining games. They'll probably make it. Yeah.
So it's not over till it's over, but yeah, I still see a lot of things that they've got to fix.
The question is, does Vossi coach them next year if they don't make the 8?
Yeah,
I think he has to.
He probably does.
So he's got it's only his 2nd year, so he's got one more year to prove himself. KP has been of the opinion all year that he's a shit coach. So
I don't think he's a good coach, to be honest.
Well, that's what KP says as well, that he couldn't coach in Brisbane, and now he can't coach Carlton either.
Great.
He was the assistant coach at Port, so they weren't going that great either a couple of years ago. So who knows?
I think he thinks he's better than what he is, but I don't know.
I think
he was a great player, a bit like a few other players, ex-players who had tried coaching as well.
Not all great players can coach. That's
I think what you got to. I think what you got to do as well with Carlton is, they got some gun. They got some guns in there, and sometimes it's not the coach's fault. Like, what can you do if they're not fucking performing? What can the coach do sometimes? Like, but I think with Vossi, I think we can judge him next year if they capitulate again, and then we can go, okay, well, look, coaching's not for you, buddy. But he's still got, I think, give him one more year to see where they're at. They've definitely got good players on their list, and sometimes things just don't gel. There's a lot of reasons why, but you're seeing it gel a lot better at the moment. So hopefully it trajects better for them going forward, and hopefully, Vossi gets the most out of his coaching. I hope to see him there next year and in years to come, because he's a great player, and you can tell that he really loves coaching, and so.
Yep.
You know what?
They brought Silvani back, and the commentators were talking him up every time he touched the ball, but I don't know. What do you think of him?
He's not as good as his old man. But what I don't understand about football sometimes, why don't coaches ever drop their star players when they're not performing? Like Cripps was underperforming for like 2 months. You got Harry McKay, who was underperforming for a couple of months. Why are these players undroppable for like one game just to say, look, I've dropped you and get your head right? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure they have much like depth like other teams do to get dropped.
Yeah.
So I think that's why their depth is not very good. So this is why they have to play them.
Well,
I don't
I
they're
think
too
I think
dependent.
Calton has. I think they just can't play together as a team. Like they don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah, look, they've got some skill.
Yeah.
That Chera's a fucking gun.
Here he goes, mate.
Anyone giving Calton a chance to make the 8?
No,
Yeah.
Very, very, very slim.
too far
Hawthorn.
off now.
They have to, as Chris Beach says, you have to. We play 4 of the top 8 teams coming up. Now we have to. We have to see how we go. We've got to beat these teams to be any chance.
I think Calton have to win every game to get into the 8. Really.
Almost 6 out of 8.
I don't have the chat in front of me. Is any chat to be read out?
Well, yeah, there is. People were saying that Jimmy looks like a thumb. So
what?
Looks like a thumb. Did you say?
that's what people are saying on the. Why
That's Jimmy's
You're an idiot.
Why isn't Jimmy? Why are you centered, Jimmy? Like, why aren't you in the center?
He's leaning on his chair.
I've got a swivel chair.
It looks like you.
Yeah, I want to scribble shares.
Swivel chair's best.
Chris Beach reckons 4 sides to play in the top 8 for us. Let's see how that plays out. So yeah, he's see what happens, I guess. We got them like in 2 weeks at Marvel. Our record at Marvel is unreal. So see what happens. But Don't Let Me reckons no chance that they'll make the 8. So there you go.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. So Hawthorn are still young and haven't got Sicily, so they're always going to struggle. So they're not making.
That's right. Yep, they do show a bit of potential though, and yeah.
All right, guys. Next game. This was the most boringest game I've ever watched. Brisbane Lions. Brisbane Lions, 2014, 134 to Richmond, 7 goals, 11.53 I was doing a watch along for this one, and let me tell you guys,
God, blimey!
it was.
My God, so bad.
It was painful to watch. I'm not sure. Like Brisbane just don't excite me at all. Like I don't know why. There's something about them. I just don't get excited when they're playing. I reckon.
A bit more exciting than St Kilda.
Yeah, St Kilda's as worse is probably worse. But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing. I don't know. Just can't get into them. Richmond was really disappointing, huh?
They're never going to lose at home.
Yeah. Well, look, Richmond.
And there was a big out. There was a big out. Dusty got pulled out just before half an hour before the game. So
yeah,
they just looked like a broken team when they ran out on the field, didn't they?
Yeah, no Prestia as well. So
yeah,
they
did it tough.
Yeah, I thought Richmond were going to come into the final in a wet sail and give Crows and all these teams playing for those 8 positions a run, but just they went backwards on Thursday night, and Brisbane made them look second rate, really.
Yeah, good result for the Crows.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good.
Right. So
that's the main thing.
Yeah, because Richmond are going to get players back, and they're going to get Lynch back. They're going to get Dusty back, Prestia. Yeah, once they get those players back, they're a good side. They're not bad. It's just they just had a bad night. They just had a really bad night without those players, and maybe they found that. Maybe they heard that Hardwick is wanting to coach again. So.
Well, I heard Hardwick.
The young players, the young players just looked lost, didn't they?
They did, yeah, they did. But
I heard Hardwick wants Hinkley's role.
No, not happening. They won't get rid of Hinkley now after what he's done. No way.
He'll get what? Offered a contract?
He'll get like 2-year contract, Hinkley. See how it goes, but I doubt
unless he
retires. Huh?
Unless he wants to retire.
If this was a different season and we weren't playing like we've lost 12 in a row, then Hinkley would have been gone. But because he's turned the tables, man, you can't get rid of him. So,
You know what's going to happen? You're going to win every game, and then you're going to lose all the final games.
is that what you reckon? Thanks, Jimmy, for making me feel better.
That's coming from a classic Crow supporter there.
No, I'll
And then,
say,
what happens after that? Does it get the boot after that?
I'd say he's coming from a classic thumb.
If he wins every game, you lose the finals. What happens to him?
I don't know.
He still gets a 2-year contract.
No way. I don't think so.
They're going to sign him
Yeah,
before that, man. 12 in a row. Who wins 12 in a row there? The Crows have never even won 12 in a row. Never.
It doesn't matter. Final times matter.
I think we've won 10. 10, I think, is our record.
Is it?
I think it's 10.
Yeah, so, I mean, we just keep breaking records, ladies and gentlemen. So.
We're
going to put the call out for Fortini wants us to get Hinkley on the show, so we'll do our best.
Oh, imagine that.
That'd be wild.
Well,
It would be.
getting back to Brisbane, boys, are they top 4?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Kenny, if you're watching, hit us up. Send us an email. Come on the show next week.
I'll be frothing, man. I'll be like, oh,
Oh my God, he'd be just salivating.
I would be. No, yeah. Look, Brisbane. I think, yeah, they're going to be top 4. They're going to be hard to beat at Brisbane. So whoever plays them there, I just think they're still vulnerable. Like, you know, away from home, I think, but we'll see. Definitely top 4.
Yeah. Apparently, Dunkley picked up an injury as well. So
yeah, I think he's the injury. Neil's playing a little bit better now too. Like, he's hitting targets before he wasn't hitting targets. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but interesting times, that's for sure.
They're definitely make the 8. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll make
What
the
about
8. Richmond? No, I think that loss. The manner they lost, the manner of it was. Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere, man. But they might trouble a few teams who are going into the finals, like in the end. But will they make finals though?
yeah, I don't think they're making finals.
No.
But they might shape the finals. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Because I think Brisbane can't make the 4 because Crows are going to be in there.
Nah, it'll be Collingwood, Port, Brisbane, and Crows.
Okay.
St Kilda's dropping.
That'd be massive. If the Crows got to top 4, you'd have to like fucking make Nick's fucking coach of the year, wouldn't you? After last
Imagine
year.
that three interstate teams and 1 Melbourne team in the top 4.
That's great.
Wouldn't that go down well in Melbourne? Hey? That'll be a classic.
Yeah. Anyway, next game. Fuck the Sydney versus Geelong was another shitty game, but
we did the watch along to this anyway.
Well, all I can say is, how many points did Sydney miss? Like, how many goals did Sydney miss? That was so easy to kick. I could kick him. My son could kick him from where they were.
It was a pretty shit game, but it was an exciting last 10 minutes. The last quarter was exciting. Yeah. So
they should lose their money for like kicking points. That's terrible.
I know, right? They were doing a cruise. You know what I mean? They weren't putting the team away. Sydney should.
They were 10 minutes in front.
I know. Sydney should have won this game. Really.
You see that one? He ran into an open goal, kicked the post.
Oh, can't remember exactly.
How did he miss that?
Yeah, I know. Well, me and Chris were watching it. We were pretty much just making jokes about each other throughout the whole game, hardly watching it until the last 10 minutes. That's when it got exciting. Look, Sydney Geelong, man, I don't know where both these teams are at, man. They're so up and down this year. It's hard to say they're in form. It's hard to say they're out of form.
Well, I can't understand. They beat West Coast. They kicked 30 goals or something, and then they can't even kick 10, 12, you know?
I know, man. I needed Heaney to kick 1 goal for my multi. He couldn't even kick a goal. He kicked 2 points and 3 out of bounds on the full, man. I just needed one. I needed 1 goal.
There's not much to ask. There's not much to ask for. 1 goal. That's all you want.
Far out. That would hurt.
Yeah, man. But they're just a shadow of the premiership teams last year.
The mighty
Well,
Sydney. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Franklin's
terrible.
not playing. Franklin's gone. Yeah.
Franklin's gone, man. He's gone.
Yeah, he's made his 10 million anyway.
Mm.
Right, he's been there 10 years, whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
Franklin's gone, man.
He's hopeless now.
Franklin's finished.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a shit game. But yeah, Geelong looked Hess. Sydney actually looked a better team, but couldn't score.
Yeah.
Does Geelong make the finals?
JJ
from here? I
Masters,
don't know.
g'day. Welcome to the chat.
I'm not
JJ.
confident to say. I'm not confident to say any of these two teams are making the finals this year.
Well, all I
No.
can say for the Crows, that point was that draw was handy. I'll tell you.
It was, man. It was a weekend for the Crows, really. If St Kilda had lost to
It
West
was.
Coast, it would have been perfect.
We made the
Yeah.
eight.
St Kilda
Almost.
St Kilda did nearly lose. What are we talking about? They did nearly lose. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Maybe
but if
it
they,
was,
if they
maybe it
did
was
lose,
maybe it was important to get Crows in the eight.
Are Geelong and Sydney making finals? That's the big question.
Nah,
I'm going to say no to both. No to both.
Far out.
No.
I'm going to say no to Sydney, and I'm going to say maybe to Geelong.
Yeah,
Maybe
Jimmy?
Geelong.
maybe Geelong.
Sydney, no, but Geelong's still got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Chris?
Geelong could scrape in. I don't know. They've got a few games at Geelong, so they play pretty well there. They play pretty well there, so yeah, I think they can just make it. But Sydney, I think they're finished. So
Maybe Saints drop out. Hopefully, they're hopeless.
they're shit.
Saints have actually got the most easiest run out of all the teams there, really.
It couldn't even be almost lost to West Coast.
I know.
Who thinks Buddy will have a big farewell game? Probably, JJ. Probably.
I reckon they'll be the team to drop out.
Buddy's lame. Melbourne and St.
We
Kilda
got
both lame too.
Bulldogs as well, who are suspicious.
Yeah.
They're playing well though.
Anyway, look, we'll move on because that was a Hess game. The next game was actually a good game, but I didn't get to watch it. Didn't you guys watch this one? Bulldogs versus Freo, 16-6, 102 to 11 goals, 773. Did you guys watch this one?
I saw a few highlights, but Freo just can't play away. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Oh, no.
Bulldogs finding some form, and
Up and down as well.
Freo are not the same teams they were last year. So
Bulldogs got an actual good list, you know what I mean? Like, they should be making finals with the players they got.
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
They'll make the eight. I think they'll get in.
Yeah, I reckon they're going to make the eight. Fremantle, I think, it's almost nail in the coffin for them. I don't think they're making it.
I don't think Freo get in.
Nah.
No, I think Freo finished, and I think
But they're playing. I think they're playing Calton at home this week. Yeah,
I think they are actually playing Calton, yeah.
that'll be a tough game.
They are.
I think
Fancy
Calton. I know. I think Freo will beat them. I know.
Fancy Carlton. What are you talking about, Johnny?
The Blues are on the rise, man.
Not over there.
They are on the up.
yeah, what I would have got 9 out of 9 if I picked Carlton. And remember, I said I'm not picking Carlton.
You picked Hawthorn against Calton.
Because I'm a man of my word, so.
That's crazy. Why'd you pick Hawthorn, man?
Because I said I was never going to pick Carlton again, and every time I don't pick them, they win.
Oh, man. So, what, Bulldogs making the finals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freo?
No.
Whether they make top 4 or top 8.
They'll
is
finish.
another question.
They'll probably finish about in like 11, 12, 13, somewhere there.
I reckon the Bulldogs are going to be the ones that kick out the Crows of the finals.
No.
So, what, Crows make the finals and then we lose the Bulldogs in the finals?
Yeah. So I reckon. It'll be in Ballarat as well.
Now we'll play it.
We're not allowed to play at the MCG.
John loves the Bulldogs. KP reckons you love the Bulldogs. Is that true? Is that true?
I wonder where he got the Bulldogs from. Is it because my uncle Chris goes for Centrals here in SNFL?
Probably. JJ Masters reckons, is Richmond going to make the finals? We said no.
No.
No, I think they had to do better against Brisbane.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to the next game. This is a game I was really surprised. I thought Gold Coast were going to actually, put up a fight, but they didn't put up nothing. So 5 goals, 12-42, 18-12, 120. Collingwood absolutely smashed the Gold Coast. Gold Coast didn't even get anything. They didn't even, So, good. Collingwood just keep rolling, guys. Collingwood just too good. And I think, apart from Houston kicking goal of the year, I think Jamie Elliott scored goal of the year as well. In that game.
That was a clever goal.
Jamie Elliott was on fire.
That was unreal.
That was unreal, that goal. So,
It's like he tapped it around the post and then ran on the other side of the post and then kicked it off the ground. It was, good goal.
He's a player, mate.
He is a player. He was a bit out of form earlier in the year, but he's starting to turn it around now.
They're the best. Look, when you got two Dacoses in the team and you got the players like, they've got crazy players in their team. And
they're doing well.
Unlike Calton, they know how to play, together.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy.
they played really, like you said, Jim. They played really well as a team.
Yeah,
really
they played team. That's
right. Unlike Calton.
Unlike Calton.
Mate, I think too many egos down at Calton, mate.
You could have said any other
probably
team.
Is.
Like Calton.
You could have said any other team. Could have said Fremantle.
West Coast.
Calton just got as good a list as Collingwood. They're just not performing.
Take it easy. They're nowhere near as good as Collingwood.
In terms of their player list?
Yeah, no way.
They've got one of the best player lists in the NFL.
Well, obviously not.
Yeah, Collingwood are a good team, and Gold Coast.
They're outstanding.
Gold Coast didn't even put a fight up. That's the disappointing thing, and I think
How did Crows lose, Tom, to be honest?
Well, we should have beat him twice, Jim. Twice.
It's terrible.
Well, Gold Coast.
That might cost us finals. That loss.
Yeah,
a lot of games might cost us. A lot of games cost us top 4. Really, a lot of games. So.
Yeah, definitely.
The Gold Coast Suns. Do they get rid of Stewie Junior? Like he just hasn't improved, has he?
He's always around the same mark, isn't he?
Yeah.
Time to go, Stewie.
Do they get Hardwick in? Like, would you be getting Hardwick if he's available? I would.
Hardwick's waiting for the port job. He's waiting for the port job.
Nah, it's not happening, bro.
I think he is waiting for the port job.
Ex-Port Adelaide player, bro. He wants the job.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'd want it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Port is happy with Hinkley at the moment. So.
Hinkley will probably go to Gold Coast.
Yeah, getting it. Is Richmond, Collingwood's running game is scary good. Joy
you know who coach Gold Coast? Like, Ablett.
Is he coaching?
Oh, he might get into coaching.
Hardwick over Hinkley. Well, the players love Hinkley, man. The players love him. So they were kicking goals running from the halfback. Go vote for Dan Houston's goal of the year. We will for Tina. We will. Amanda reckons ain't getting it. Hardwick.
He won't come back.
He can keep travelling.
Right, as a premiership coach, Hinkley's not a premiership coach, so why wouldn't you want Hardwick?
So what, man? What is it going to be?
Gone. His patience gone.
There's a stat, and you know what the stat is? People, premiership coaches that go to another club, never win one again. So
fair enough.
Just because he won premierships doesn't mean he's going to come to Port and win premierships.
There we go. That put a downer on things.
Well, I was looking at a thumb before. Now I'm looking at Jimmy T. Jimmy T,
What's the next game?
What jacket's
see?
that? What jacket's that, Jimmy T? It's very suave.
Cold, man.
It's not the type of jacket.
The type of jacket
my warm jacket.
All right,
Oh,
next
look, Collingwood are making top 2. Gold Coast aren't making finals. So
Gold Coast.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Correct.
Next game was. This is the one that was. I never watched this, but I was like, what the fuck? GWS 5 goals 15 to Melbourne 45 to 7 goals 547. Very low scoring game, but GWS beat Melbourne, who are a top 4 fancy and a pressure contender.
Crazy.
What the heck?
I mean, the GWS midfield did great in this game. You know, Tom Green and Caniglio and that superstars. But the weather was fucked there, man. Did you see the rain?
Yeah,
Alice Springs, it was pouring down.
No, I didn't watch it.
So Grundy and Gawn didn't have much effect to the game, man. So yeah, man, GWS, their small, quick midfielders did the job, and they caused the upset here. So
how's that Traeger bark? Oh, geez, Melbourne dominated and lost.
Big.
Well, it cost them.
Jimmy looks like Sherlock Holmes, apparently.
Yeah. He does. It's going to cost. Sorry,
I need a magnifying glass.
You do. No, it's going to cost Melbourne. It could cost them their top 4 spot. These losses, so
yep,
they're definitely not in good form. They're missing their best midfielder still. I don't know what the heck's going on there with Clayton Oliver.
he's just not got his body right.
Yeah, so who knows? Like, they're still a good team, and they could still make a lot of damage in the finals. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess I don't know.
I think I'm not going to make finals. But,
yeah, at the end of the day, right? The team next if they can get player management right, this is any team, like especially finals teams. If they get player management right, they're going to be the ones that are going to go far in September. Depends on, and that's the key of these rounds now. If you can manage your players the best and have them ready to go for September, then you got the best chance of winning. But all depends on everything, everything, as I said. So, you know, if Clayton Oliver does come back, that'll be a big boost. But if he doesn't, I don't know what's going on with him. So, but yeah, good on GWS. They look like a dark horse coming out of nowhere that could make the finals.
Yeah, I think GWS won't make the finals, but they are, you know, playing decent footy. And I think Melbourne will definitely make the finals, but they could drop out of the top 4.
Yeah.
GWS might get caught. They might finish 9th, 10th. See how you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King, what do you reckon?
They got some talent. Maybe fighting for that 8 spot, but Melbourne may top 8, not top 4.
Well, Melbourne,
because Crows have got to get in there somehow. You know?
Yeah, that's it.
Bang them out.
King of the North loves the Crows. I'm telling you. I'm going to get you a scarf, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Don't you dare.
You know my address, man. Just send it over. You know, I've got plenty to go around. It's cold. It's cold over here, man. I need a scarf. So.
The king of the North, in his blood, I've put it in his DNA that he hates the Crows. So don't worry. He'll just burn it. He'll just burn it.
You got to stop corrupting people, Chris. You corrupted King of the North.
He does.
You corrupted your wife.
He had me calling them the clowns for years, so it's hard to break.
Well, you know, it's I didn't corrupt them. I just showed them the best team in the world, and they agreed.
Showed in the way.
You like that, Jehovah's
we're getting a request. We got a request in the chat. There's a fella called GT23 who's saying, "Come on, game of the round next."
Oh man, I think the whole competition was written for West Coast in this game, man.
They were.
They were winning Were they winning majority of the game? They were in front like nearly the whole game until the last quarter.
They had some players back. That's why.
What a face. Look at this guy's face. 12 goals, 577. 12 guys, 13, 85. The West Coast could have won this one. I thought, far out, here we go. It would have been so embarrassing if St Kilda.
Oh my God, wouldn't it?
No, it would have been embarrassing for them. But they won at the end, and look, kudos to West Coast. They actually came out and played, and it looked like their players were not going to take that fucking 100-point loss, the 171-point loss last week. So
Kilda's game plan is to defend and not kick goals. That's their game plan.
But it's good to see competitiveness, I guess. But I don't think the thing that I saw, right, they're all fucking clapping, all the West Coast supporters after the game. So, dude, they didn't win, and they're still shit. Like, why are you clapping for? You should be fucking seething. I don't know.
Well, just because
I wouldn't be clapping.
I didn't see that part. I didn't see
like, on the game, everyone's up clapping. It's like, dude, you guys are like the worst team in like fucking 10, 20 years. Like,
but they played like 200 points.
You didn't even win. You didn't even win, man. You still clapping.
Still clapping, dude. You didn't win. You're shit. You beat St Kilda. Big deal.
You didn't even beat St Kilda. You lost to St Kilda.
You won half time.
You won half the. You won
standing
half the
ovation. Game. Yeah, they gave a standing ovation. It's like, dude, like
they won half the
game.
Guys
played better, but like, doesn't it deserve fucking people standing up?
It's been crap. It's been crap since 2019. The fans are just dying for some glory, you know. So
Ben Cousins has to come back.
Ben Cousins. Is this the worst?
He's reading the weather. He's reading the weather on Channel 7 in Perth. Can you believe it?
Is he doing lines on TV?
Oh, mate, he's just ripping them off the table. Yep.
Probably.
But like, KP goes, Childo, definitely a Crows fan. He's not, man. Then we weren't about to be friends. We weren't about to be friends, King, if you did that.
That's right. Yeah. And he's going to buy me a Manchester United scarf to wear.
Well, that's all right.
On the EPL show.
Well, that's all right. You can do that. No worries.
Dougie won't be impressed because I'm supposed to be a Chelsea fan, but that's okay.
We got Jimmy and Chris now, Tottenham fans.
Go the fucking Spurs. Come on. Wait, Jimmy, are you really a Tottenham fan because of Ange?
I'm now a Tottenham fan.
And what were you before?
Celtics finished, man.
Celtics finished. Wherever Ange Postecoglou goes.
My head just hurt just from laughing like that, man.
Well, if Postecoglou, he might coach Gold Coast, I'll go for Gold Coast.
I'm with Dougie. I think I'm a Chelsea fan.
Oh Chelsea? My God, what a Chelsea fan! Jesus.
Is that bad? Is that a bad thing?
It's a bad thing, man. It's a bad thing.
Oh no,
it's not great. It's not great.
They're blue though. All the blue, all the way. You know.
Is St Kilda holding on to their top 8 spot?
No.
Go on.
No, I think they got an easy run, man.
They got an easy run. That's the only thing. They got an easy run.
Doesn't matter.
Well, no, they're dropping.
Dude, I was so wanting West Coast to win. I was like, come on.
Everyone wanted West Coast to win.
Come on, win. We want you to win.
Especially for GT, you know what I mean? We wanted to win
That's
for
right.
GT.
We want to win for GT 23.
Oh, yeah, I was compared in the EPL show to Dan because I was not saying Spurs are going to be the best. You know how he always says that Crows are like the best thing going since sliced bread? And I was like in the chat saying Spurs.
Every week you're going to say Spurs 5-0.
Yeah.
Well, man, that wraps up round 16, lads. What a round!
What a round!
You go to power, yeah. Fucking oath.
Spurs by 60. That's right. That's right.
Here's the ladder. Collingwood sit on top.
Let's have a look.
Port second, Brisbane Lions are third, Melbourne are fourth, St Kilda. I don't know how they're fifth, but they're fifth. Bulldogs sixth, seventh are the Crows. So they're
look at that percentage, man.
It's not bad, but you beat a lot of you've smashed a lot of teams, those bottom teams, haven't you? Essendon, Essendon 8th, so they're still in the 8. Then you got Geelong 9th, 10th of GWS, 11th of Freo, Gold Coast 12th, Sydney are 13th, Carlton are 14th. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere. Richmond 15th, 16th is Hawthorn, 17th is North Melbourne, and 18th is West Coast. But look, Richmond, like if they start winning games, they're got 26 points. They need 2 games out of the 8. So fuck, anything can happen, boys and girls.
I think 2 games at this stage is too hard, man.
It is, but like you never know.
Yeah.
You want to keep 2 points away from Geelong if you can.
Well, you take the percentage into consideration. That's like 3 games off.
The percentage, 100%. That's why Crows have got such an advantage in that bunch of teams with the same sort of points.
They're going to keep winning, like, and if they lose, the good thing too, like, if Crows lose, they're just going to lose by a little bit, and they will still be in the 8.
Yeah. I don't want to.
And you don't want to be on the same points as Geelong either. You want to try and stay that 2 points, give that 2 points buffer or more from Geelong because they're probably the danger down there.
Well, that draw might have killed Geelong's chances for the 8.
Yeah.
What's happening with the tips? Is Jimmy T winning it or what?
No, let's have a look.
Jimmy up.
Let's have a look. So, I actually made it to the second page. I'm on 16th. Yes.
Wow.
King of the
That
North.
was terrible again.
He's dropped 20th. Jimbo Limbo's 3. All right.
Top 1.
Wow.
Dougie's coming.
Who's winning it? Do we know this person who's winning it?
Some lady that follows us.
Some young guy.
Some young guy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come with a wet sail at the end and win it. So.
KP's got a good chance, man. He's only 3 off.
He has a
Is there money? Do I get money for being 3rd?
No, HFD people don't get money. Oh wait, you're not a HFD guy anymore, so you will get it.
Get donation.
You get the donation.
Down the bottom. I think I'm down the bottom there somewhere.
Fighters gone 18th. King of the North 20th. Team Toss is
20th.
King of the North, you were like top 4 before. What happened to you, mate?
I was first at the beginning, and then I just tumbled. I've just been in free fall ever since.
Yeah, what happened to King of the North?
I don't know. I can't tip football for shit. So.
You vote for Carlton every game. Like,
Carlton every game, yeah.
That's
Carlton and North Melbourne, I tip them every week. So, yeah, doing well.
Hey guys,
and West Coast. I tip West Coast every week as well.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the tipping, I just want to know what you guys think. Recruit of the year. Who do you reckon, guys? I mean, there's Dunkley, there's Taranto, there's a few others. Who do you think is the recruit of the year so far? I was going to say Taranto. I was going to say Dunkley, but he hasn't been that great. Like, he got injured, so...
You got to throw some names out.
Would have to be the Dacos boys, wouldn't it?
No, they're already there. They're already there.
How about Hopper and Taranto? They've been good.
Taranto from Dougie.
Yeah, I mean, Taranto's got, I think, most disposals in the AFL.
Mm. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably say Taranto.
He's always
Have you been putting him in your 4 for 4?
I'm gonna say Horny Jason Horn Francis. I think he's been a great get.
Horny.
He's done well for Port, yeah.
He is going well. Yeah.
Had a pig of a night on Saturday night, but yeah.
Obviously,
what about the bloke with the little bloke with the curly hair who's just been playing the last couple of games?
Narkle?
Yeah.
He's been alright.
Yeah,
he's only played 2 games, so you can't really put him.
Tom Mitchell's been playing well for Collingwood as well.
Yeah, Tom Mitchell's a good one. Yeah, it's a few, isn't there? I just thought, I'll put the discussion there,
Yeah, rookie of the year, Will Ashcroft.
Yeah, or Pedler?
Well, I don't think he'll be rookie of the year.
Why is Jimmy T like a blue man? Oh, why were you blue man?
Disappeared.
Disappeared, mate.
What were you blue man?
Alter ego.
I'll get him in call.
All right, so we'll go through the tipping and then we'll give it we'll finish up. So
I'll
Thursday
stand here
night,
and let you go back to bed.
Thursday night, Tigers versus Swans.
Where's it played?
Tigers versus Swans.
Where's it been played? That's a good question. I'll tell you. Hold on.
It's at MCG. Yeah.
MCG.
MCG?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, it is too. Yeah, no, they gave away. That's right. Charlie from work got the tickets for that. Yeah, yep. So he's off on Friday night.
MCG. Yeah.
I'm going the Swans here. I reckon the Swans win.
I don't know.
Is Dusty still out?
I don't know. If Dusty and Prestia come back in, I'm going Richmond. So
We'll have to have a look.
yeah, I reckon Richmond for me.
I think Richmond at home.
Coffee?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh, I don't know.
I think they'll bounce back.
Sydney are just so bad. I'm gonna say Richmond at home.
Richmond.
MCG,
This is
yeah.
this is why I'm on the bottom of the ladder, ladies and gentlemen.
Richmond.
Correct. This is why I'm 20th.
All right, Lions.
Indecisive.
Lions versus Eagles at the Gabba. This is an easy one. Brisbane Lions all day.
Lions.
Oh,
This
yeah.
might be this might be 100 or so points against West Coast.
Yeah.
They lose that.
Could be an upset of the season.
It'll be a massive upset.
Could be.
Imagine they win. That'll be hilarious.
And they knock over Brisbane. That'd be awesome. That'd be the best thing.
This one's going to be an interesting one because it's at Marvel Stadium and it's the Western Bulldogs versus the Pies. Not sure what the Pies play at Marvel. I know how they play there, so.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever seen the Magpies at Marvel before.
I think they've played there this year.
Who are they playing?
I think they played already this year.
The Bulldogs. Okay, yeah, they're going to knock over the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm going to Pies as well.
They're just a step above.
It'll be an interesting game though.
Good game to watch.
Good watch along. That one.
The next one, Giants versus the Hawks. I think this is at Giant Stadium or wherever in
Giant Stadium, Blacktown Park.
Yeah, so I'm going to go
Giants.
Giants for me.
Yep.
You going Giants?
Giants for me. Yep.
All right, next one. It's going to be interesting game too.
Giants by 100, Joy said.
Joy, far out.
Far out. Falling off the Hawks bandwagon.
St Kilda versus the D's. Where's this one being played? I think it's Marvel. Again, I don't know. I'll have a look. Hold on.
Melbourne.
Is it Marvel? Marvel. It is Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys reckon?
Kilda has.
Who are we playing?
St Kilda versus Melbourne.
No, Melbourne.
As much as I like the D, I'm going Melbourne.
Love the D, do you?
Dougie will like that one, so it's all good.
All right. So I'm going Melbourne as well, but you never know. St Kilda can.
Yeah, St Kilda going tumbling out of the 8.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we know what John's going to pick this one. Gold Coast Suns, he'll definitely. Port versus the Suns at Adelaide Oval. What do you reckon, guys? I have to go Port Adelaide. It's my team, and it's going to be Charlie Dixon and some 200 games, and also Jeremy Finlayson 100 games. It's going to be a big night. Powered by 7 goals.
7 goals.
Port win this one.
Yeah, power.
Well, I think the only way they can win is if Port don't rock up. Definitely power. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wait, Joy reckons he's got no faith in the Hawks. Port by 80 points. Jeez. Chris C. and King of the North. Next gather round, take KP on the free zip line. It crosses the River Torrens to the Adelaide Oval footbridge. 2 can go at the same time. Take KP. All right. Well,
Okay,
definitely.
thanks for that, Paul.
We're buying tickets for the Gabba round in December when they get released. So
Yeah, I'm buying me tickets. I'm buying me airfares to come across. I'm driving across to Adelaide for the gather round as well.
yeah, mate. We've actually got a few heads together for this Gabba round. It's going to be good. Jimmy T,
That's
get on
it.
board.
That's going to be massive.
It will
It's going
be
to be
good.
good.
I'll be there.
Cats versus Roos.
Cats.
Yeah.
I think this is a
Cats.
Geelong. Is that a Geelong?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cats.
it's a Geelong. So, yeah, Cats for me. They're not gonna lose
Demolition
it.
at Geelong.
They won't lose at fucking Cardinia Park, that's for sure. KP reckons Zipline Wild.
Zipline is
I
wild.
hope KP comes to Gabba round, and I reckon he'll like it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, this is the game that has me not sure, but Essendon versus the Crows. Look, after watching Essendon last week and they're playing at home at Marvel, it's a faster deck as well. I think the Bombers get the job done.
Wow.
Nah, I think the Crows win this. They'll bring the same sort of game plan they did to Collingwood when they just lost the 2 points there, and Bombers aren't as good as Collingwood, and we will beat the Bombers.
What do you reckon, Jimmy?
No, I reckon we'll get it. I reckon we'll do it. I reckon Crows can win. It's a tough game. They have to win, so I reckon they'll be playing extremely hard to get it done.
Yeah, I think because of the, I don't know, like you haven't really been convincing away from home. So
It'll be our test.
Yeah.
If we beat the Bombers away, we can be the real deal.
You know,
Yeah.
another thing, Chris, when a team loses like they did, Essendon lost after a siren type thing, always the next week they struggle, man. It's like a demoralising defeat.
Yeah, no.
So that defeat actually helps the Crows into this week. If Bombers had beat Port, I'll be less confident in beating the Bombers.
And the way we played against Pies, that was fantastic. Like I reckon we can do that against Bombers.
well, the roof will be closed. There's not going to be any rain, so you can't. There's no excuses for skills. So I think it's going to be interesting game. Interesting game. So good luck to you guys. Good luck.
I'm gonna tip the Crows. So
Coffee.
Good on you, Goffy, mate. True Crows.
mate, I'll stick with you till the end. Don't worry.
Don't talk, Goffy. You'll start to get a twitch in your eye.
It's okay.
All right,
We'll get them in the top 4, then we'll knock them out of the top 4 when we play them. So
Adelaide,
okay.
Cats by 67 and Adelaide by 21. Crows by 4,000.
Adelaide by 21. Joy's right on the mark today.
Crows by 4,000.
KP said that, so he's taking a leaf out of a Dam's book. Well, yeah.
Imagine our percentage after that.
That'd be fantastic.
8,000 goals. 8,000 goals. No way. Sorry, not 4,000. 48,000. I'm sitting too far back.
48,000.
Far out. 48,000, and that's 8,000 goals.
Yeah, right.
It's a big day out.
How does Chris have the best couch?
What do you mean? Oh.
I know, man. Look, that couch has got so many pillows, you just fall asleep.
That's right. It's just like the reclining band.
I reckon I could see about 6 pillows in the screen.
It's wild.
Pillows are wild, KP.
This is Jim, though. This is Jim,
He's right up there.
Jimmy the thumb.
Jimmy, you should be like the thumb, not Jimmy T.
Just put a face on his thumb and just talk like.
It looks like his chair's fallen down as well now. So yeah.
Jimmy, Jimmy, you look like you're in an office somewhere. What the heck are you?
I'm in my studio.
Studio.
Thanks for letting us. Is HFD Studios going to be there now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Free rent.
Anyway, the last game of the round. It's the Dockers versus the Blues at Optus Stadium.
Dockers.
I'm going to go to Blues, man. I'm backing up Goffey here. I'm going to Blues.
Oh, mate,
No,
you're a good man. You're a good
can't
man.
play him. I just can't play him. But
Mate, I'm tipping the Blues. I'll probably get another cross against my name, but I'm tipping them. They need to win. They have to beat Fremantle to be any chair. Like we've been saying this for 4 weeks, but yeah, let's get on board, Johnny. Hey,
Let's get on board. Calton.
yeah.
Wasn't it a few years ago that the Blues hit, they played Freo and they won after the siren? That was a killer game. Remember that? Nunes kicked the goal.
Can't remember.
Anyway,
That's okay, Joy.
I can't.
Tips to the home team. That's okay.
I'm going for Freo because I've said I'm never tipping the Blues again, so I'm a man of my word.
You did say that, yeah, and then you'll miss out on getting 9 out of 9 again, Chris. So.
Anyway, I'm going Dockers. So.
Put a sports bet on the 9 tips again.
I know it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a close game too.
Amanda reckons she's tempted to go for Blues. Anyway, guys, well, look, that is the end of the show. And,
That's a wrap.
You made it, man.
Thanks for coming, everybody in the chat. I hope you've enjoyed the Bantam and banter, and poor old Chris C with his
Sickness
ailments tonight.
He got through it, man.
I mean,
You got through it. Well done, buddy. He's going to die. He's going to die on the couch or on the bed now. So
just stay live like that, Chris, with lying back. Just 3 hours, just lying back.
hours. Yeah, get some watch time. Get some watch time up.
It turns into watch Chris sleep marathon.
That's right. Yeah.
They do that on TikTok.
Yeah, people pay to watch you sleep.
Yeah, man. People love watching people sleep.
They do.
There's other ones where you can burp and stuff as well. They pay you to do that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's we don't go to those sites, Jimmy. So
Chris will be an interesting watch as a sleeper.
it would be an interesting watch. Yeah, there'd be quite a bit of noise, I reckon, going on.
It'd be better if you could sleepwalk.
I slept next to Jim once, and he was trying to spin me.
You've got my ribs, man.
Did you guys go head to toe, or you were spooning each other?
He was spinning me, man.
There's spinning going on and back on out.
Just make sure you have 2 toilets in your hotel.
I wouldn't sleep with Chris, man. I'd be too scared of big farts.
Oh, no, that's all right. I know you, man. You fight at work and people in the room.
That's a lie.
Well, guys, yeah, thanks for coming in. Can't wait for KP to try and Vegemite. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be up for it. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. I don't know.
Give everyone gastro KP.
We might have to postpone it. I don't know. I've been pretty sick today, but we'll see how we go. There's no guarantee it's going to happen tomorrow, guys. But if it does, we'll do it next week.
Something will be happening during the week.
Yeah, look, if we don't do it, I think KP will do gaming. So, yeah, if not, I'll do gaming. Yeah. We'll see how we go. It's not just me that's sick. My kids are sick as well. And it's just hard. So, today's been fucking hard. So, I can't believe that we got this show on the road because for me right now, there was a lot of points today. There was like, there's no way I get the show on the road. So, we got it. We're here. We've done it.
What a legend.
So
what a legend.
There wasn't as many funny stuff in it because I had no time, but it'll be back to normal next week, guys. But it was good to see Jimmy T, the thumb, back. And,
the thumb is back.
Welcome back.
I do like
I'm off to investigate Tom now.
I do like the Crows backgrounds. You know, the boxes have got the Crows colours, and I've got the Port colours, and the King's got the Blues colours. It looks really cool.
The King in the North.
There we go.
Yeah,
we are cool guys. What can we say?
Guys, make sure you guys check out our merch. hfdmerch.myspreadshop.com.au for all your HFD merch. Go get the best merch you can find. It helps us out, guys.
DK Peter made me a yes jumper.
I think that's a direct call to Jimmy T to actually buy some merch once in his life.
That's it. And a special mention to Dougie's debut on the watch along the other night. Well done.
Yeah, that was awesome.
She did really well, man.
Bloody effort. She blew up the microphone. That was amazing. So it was good.
She was fun to watch, man. She was good.
Yeah,
She was.
the RSA game tomorrow.
Good on you, Dougie.
Yeah, I reckon we'll leave it for tomorrow, guys. But next week we'll definitely do it next week. The Vegemite. It doesn't happen tomorrow. It's going to happen next week. So more than likely, I don't want to get anyone sick over there. So probably
What are we doing? Eating Vegemite, did he say?
Kerry survives one more week.
The two Calton fans were wild. They are wild.
We are wild. Yes.
I think you should just
That's hilarious, KP. I know what you're talking about now. Because on the watch along, he goes, me and Dougie are both wearing Port Adelaide, and he goes, "Isn't it great to see two Carlton supporters sitting there in their Port Adelaide gear?"
Well, at the end of the day, you are a Port fan through and through, my friend. So keep the charade up for as long as you can, but deep down, you know where you are. You know what you are.
No problem.
The king
You know,
I know who I am.
The armour underneath is Port Adelaide. So yeah. But anyway,
That's
guys,
right. Exactly.
thank you so much for coming. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys either tomorrow night or we'll see you guys during the week. So take care, spike your hair,
Stay hunky.
stay hunky.
Peace.
See you, Jimbo.
Bye.
The thumb.
Good night.
The thumb.